Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as independent India. So we're about to go into war with the Siamese Empire, maybe Iraq, probably France because they'll come in to defend the Siamese Empire is my guess, considering they do have... They've joined the Axis. If I go to war, I will be fighting the Axis. God damn it. Cancel justification. Can't take on the Axis. No. For God's sake. Right. Iraq, please tell me. You're still protected by France. Good. Right. When will you be ready? July. I'm annoyed that I had to cancel that justification. We got so close as well. Netherlands. Allies. I don't really want to have to fight the Allies. Turkey's in the Axis. Okay. I'm surrounded by the Axis now. Might be we have to invade the Netherlands. But won't get very much because this is not really war score worthy. Now if we join the Axis, we could send our troops to the front and grab stuff and we'd get war score. But we can't do that. We want to have our own front. Which is the problem. Maybe it is time to attack the Axis. Japan's in the Axis. Germany. German Reich. Ah, this would be it would be a horrible frontier. Russian Empire. U-Axis as well. Yeah. We're going to have to fight the Axis at some point. But would you look at those borders? It would be insane. This is the problem of going independent and having the Axis have quite so much territory. I think we can go to war with Iraq if we want, but then we'll be basically giving France to the Axis. The problem is, right, France is not on the Allies, and that is the bit that's really thrown me. Look at this. Yugoslavia and Albania, that is not a strong... This means that the Axis are having such a strong game right now. And the problem is, I was afraid of a strong Axis to begin with because I was fighting effectively sort of on the same side, except I wasn't against Russia. And because of that, we now have an insanely strong runaway Axis. So we're going to have to try and deal with this. The issue is, how are we going to deal with it? We've got Japan, we've got the German Reich, every single bit of our borders, barring Afghanistan, Tibet, Nepal, Bhutan... And, you know, the tiny little one provinces down here. And we can't, you know, do a naval invasion or anything because we don't have the distance covered with ships. We don't have enough naval coverage. If anything, we want to consolidate our borders more. I think it has to be a fight against the Axis. Or we grab Iraq and just go, look, Iraq's ours, you know, cool, you beat the French. I think that's what we'll do for the moment. But we have to be prepared for a war against the Axis, which is going to be horrific. Heavy tank. Lovely. Alright, so if we flip you to heavy tanks... combat whip 12. Remove one of those. Speed 6 kilometers per hour. Wow. What's the speed of a tank? Does it say? I think it's 6 kilometers an hour, I assume. Yes. Oh my god. Heavy tanks are slow. I mean, you know, I expected that. But, wow. Heavy tanks are slow. Right, what about if we put, like, an artillery like that? No, we want them there for HP, so we do actually need them to be mobile battalions. That's fair. We'll save it. And we'll save you as, like the skull, and we'll call you a Heavy armor. Okay. You'll need 2 of those. Save. Dear God. Right, okay. Too far ahead of time. Tank destroyer. Grab it. It's only 35 days. I don't know if we have enough economic strength to be able to do that. Industrial strength to be able to do that, but we're going to try. Heavy tank, you're starting up. Okay. Honestly, the penalty for movement on them is pretty crippling. We're going to move away from that front. Move you over to here. Give you the defensive line of, frankly, just there. Why not? Yeah, we'll still have that province of France. Free dockyard. Improved computing machine. Excellent. We'll have a look at that in a second. This is really, the situation with the Axis is troubling me. And I know probably a load of people are like, you know what, you should just join the Axis. Why not? Because that's kind of like the anti-point of this series. The point of the series is trying to go it alone. The problem is this is probably one of the worst situations for going alone that I've ever had. Especially considering our very large border. And Japan now has a lot of manpower because it's absorbed China. We've got destroyer. Right, we want heavy cruisers then. And we're building in Manchuria, aren't we? And we'll need steel for that. Hi, United States. Please be my friend. Research slot available. Another point of decryption. Yes, please. Now, if I was going to do a lightning attack against the Axis, how would I do it? Yeah, France is going down really quick. It doesn't matter how I would attack. France would go down so very, very fast. Right, if I was going to attack the Axis, I would probably want to try and do as much of a blitzkrieg in here as possible. Grab maybe to there. Probably won't be quite so much. Turkey, perhaps. The problem with around here, if I can push them back, I can hold here so much easier. So I'd probably actually commit quite a lot of forces to Turkey. Because Turkey's on the Axis, Italy's on the Axis, and I want to be able to shorten this as much as possible. Not many forces here. Not many forces here. Here would be a battleground. Here would be tough. I would need to connect these 2 areas. If I don't connect these 2 areas, they would win because I wouldn't be able to get our forces over there via the sea. So this and this would be key battlegrounds against the Axis. And we're going to need far more troops. In fact, I know I was saying we won't be battling in mountains, but actually if we're doing this defense, we will be battling in mountains. So let's train some more mountainous divisions, and we'll train them here. I would like you to train, say, 2 loads of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, we haven't quite got enough equipment. But that's fine. You'll get it. Everything else good? Yes. This is going to be one hell of an interesting fight. Not this one, the one after. Netherlands. Not providing me with anything I want. Okay. United Kingdom. Thank you. And we probably have to secure this for our rubber very early on. And that will actually prevent the Axis from getting any rubber. If we control that, there's no one who'll give the Axis rubber. Not in any sizable quantity. I gotta admit, I do like Yugoslavia's panache. They're holding on. France is going to go any second as soon as Paris goes. How long we got? A little bit. Got the artillery. Sorry, we've got the tank destroyer. Don't have the artillery. I don't think we can get the artillery, if we're completely honest. We could side grade to a medium tank. I don't think I have the industry for that. We'll have to consider that, though. Might be worth going for that eventually. Also, I don't think I've upgraded the artillery. People was telling me in an episode I haven't upgraded the artillery. I'm not sure. That's ahead of time. Atomic research. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to do that because I have a doctrine that I can do that helps me with that. So instead... Don't really want Marines either. Engineer company. We're going to need to hold. Yes. What's our doctrine? Fighter focus. We'll move on to nuclear soon. Okay, France is going to be capitulating. There we go. Fall of Paris. The Reich seems unstoppable. Peace conference. Ooh. And Iraq. Not enough action. I don't know who it would join. We have to be cautious because it could join the Axis. It does have a little bit of fascism going on there. I'm just hoping that it won't fight with anyone. Hoping we'll get it alone. Okay. Fighter focus. Right. Where are those awesome nuclear weapons? Nuclear effort. We've got a reduction. Why didn't it count it? Okay, we'll grab secret weapons. Sure. We also need to start researching fighters now. We've managed to do that research. Going up against the Axis is one thing I fear. Their fighter aircraft are going to be tough. It's probably not worth changing our import laws just yet. But soon. Right, just keep pumping the people out. Yeah, they've got the equipment already. We produce equipment very fast at the moment, so I'm not too worried about that. In fact, we're going to add a little bit more on the infantry divisions. Try and get them out as quickly as possible. We need the numbers right now. July 9th, so less than a month. German interest in Scandinavia. Uh-oh. Okay. Denmark, join the Allies. There we go. Denmark, I'm afraid you're not going to live very long. I'm sorry. Denmark never does well. Ugh, there's no way Denmark could get Belgium capitulated. I'm worried about the Netherlands because when that goes, they'll grab all of this. And I really want this, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Norway joined the Allies. Netherlands capitulated. You are part of the Allies. Oh. Let's see if the United Kingdom can hold for long enough. My hope is the United Kingdom can hold long enough that the United States will help them. VD sucks beats against Iraq, yes. If the United States can get into the war, they can do a bit of damage. They won't ever do particularly well because they never do land invasions well. But we can try. Oh, Italy gave all of that land. Okay. Germany's scary right now. Centralist fire control. I know a lot of people say I should have gone mass assault. Mass assault, yeah, it's decent, right? I should have probably gone it in hindsight, especially because I haven't done it before. And this is probably one of the few times that I will do a country that actually specializes in mass assault. But hey-oh, like, I still feel this is a reasonable choice. I'll get forward observers. And then soon nuclear technology. Okay, Iraq, you're going down. Come on. It's the eye of the racket, oil's all mine, going up to your oil fields and claiming them. I need the petroleum to look after my aircraft and fighters and to fuel all my motorized trucks to blow you up. No, last line didn't fit. Declare war. Hello. Hello. France doesn't really exist except for that one province down here. Are you on, like, really aggressive? Yes, you are. You aren't. That's fine. We'll just push and win. We have ridiculous numbers over here. Yeah. They're not actually sided with anyone. Suits me. No supplies over here? Yeah, I've got a lot of people on the front. It's kind of expected. Oh, free dockyards and military factories. Oh, it's such a weird feeling, and I'm so pleased. You know what? I'm going to spam destroyers as fast as possible. The reason being I can cover more ground for when well, more sea for when I want to do the naval invasions. Also, heavy tank. I mean, I could go for the anti-tank heavy tank. Wouldn't be the worst choice, but the problem is I kind of think they take so long to do anyway. Infantry weapons. We still have a lot for the upgrade that's needed. Aircraft, interwar fighter. We don't actually have a fighter yet. I'm going to temporarily allocate it to infantry equipment. We'll pull it off later on. We don't have enough convoys. Yeah. That's an issue. Okay, production. We're going to change our production temporarily. Right. There we go. We need more convoys. Whoopsie. Right. Took Baghdad. The Katyushas are doing really well. See, I love these things because you can move fast and you can attack, whereas motorized just moves fast. What's motorized other ability other than moving fast? It gives a reasonable amount of HP because it's people. You don't really need, you know, HP. You just don't need it. I'm going to take all. You don't need HP if you're moving fast. What you need is attack, because you need to be able to hit a weak point and blow through. You don't need to be able to hold a weak point very fast. You do, to an extent. Motorized, if it's only like, you know, motorized, no like rocket things in there, is a good defense thing. It fills in the gaps if you desperately need to. But often, I find that, you know, your troops do that anyway. I want to be able to hit a point and attack it. And that's why I need the rockets. That's why I like about rockets. People ask me in the comment section what I liked about them. That's exactly what I love about them. Done. And there we go. Iraq is now ours. Syrian national state. Axis. Of course you are. I mean, we could attack Saudi Arabia, but honestly, they don't actually have much oil, and they're relatively laissez-faire. They don't tend to pick a side. Same for Oman and same for Yemen. I'm going to have to think very long and deep about this, but I think we have to go to war with the Axis. If we wait any longer, we're going to have problems. They are very strong as it is. Francisco, Spain, not in a faction. Interesting. If I attack them, they'll just join the Axis. I don't know what you'd do, but I can't really get to Portugal. Like, I could be like, I'll attack you here, but to get Portugal to capitulate, you need to take its land here, and that would just open another front, which I'm not able to get to because I'm not a naval power. What we need to do is we need enough forces to be able to crush this gap. We need enough forces to be able to try and control this area at the same time as defending this front, and to a certain extent this front. This front's a lot less dangerous because it's ridiculous and large and wide open, and honestly, there's no real victory points, and any troops there are very minimal. This, however, this is going to be the tough one. And you look how many forces they've already got there. They are afraid of me. We also need, you know, to be able to crush the Russian Empire. Hold it against Japan and join it with our... The reason we can't just let this be, we need the resources there. We just need them. We can't do without them. We also need to be able to then hook them up, push down, grab the rubber, starve the axis of rubber. I think we're starving them of oil. There's a little bit of oil produced here. But other than that, they should have oil issues. So we should be good. So, here, here, and here. Those are going to be our three main zones. We're going to need a lot more people to cover the fronts, though, by the way. We're going to need a lot more people. That's why I've been doing the drive for just, you know, building up normal, boring units, because we need them. We need a lot of them. Hopefully that'll help. Still haven't hit the bottom of those infantry supplies. We're going to try and pump out as many people as possible. We're probably going to spend a year doing it. I don't want to have to wait very long, but we need enough people that we can take this. Because if we go in half-cocked and we lose big. If we lose here, that's a lot of our industry gone. This is actually a lot of our industry right up here. This is what we're relying on right now. If we lose here, that's a lot of our oil gone. If we lose here, that is most of our other resources gone. That's a lot of steel as well. If we lose here, well, that's our heartland. Then we lose the game. So we can't really afford to give much ground. So we need to win, and we need to finish fast in 2 key regions, here and here. That cuts off a large frontage. This allows us to get resources. The second objective is then to push and grab here, which is rubber, and then to push and grab here. Now, of course, this is a second objective that will be happening at the same time as we push here and here, because if we wait any longer, this is going to get reinforced. But very much, if we can grab this section here, they won't be able to just one province kill us. It's not one province. Actually, that is technically one no, 2. Yeah, so we need to be able to get this a bit wider so that we're not risking being cut off by a nice push. But I'm very much afraid that the German Reich is a very strong force right now. I just hope that they don't have enough resources. I'm an EnterElysium. Until next time, if you like, not subscribe, please consider subscribing. And of course, stay shiny. One hell of a war is coming.